As a brother who's been single for most all of his life, one might say that I am ill qualified to speak on this current subject, in which I'm going to speak on. But from the standpoint of having what I believe to be apt discernment, one might say I am qualified to speak on the subject in which I am about to speak on. It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World. Much love. I guess this is a Real Talks, just a micro version, short episode of Real Talks. I seen a conversation floating around in the realm of relationships and whether or not it should be 50-50 in regards to providing and or 100% male providing and 0% woman providing. Presumably in the realm of finances when people say providing, and I kind of want to touch up on that aspect too. But I just want to offer my perspectives from a multitude of different angles so we can just get more inside of the pool of meaning. Again, I always say this as a prerequisite to any discussion. If we are able to argue it, that means the conclusion is unsubstantiated. So whatever opinion you do rest at, because it's arguable, it is unsubstantiated. It is just your perspective and your claim. So I say that to say, you not wrong, you not right. It's just how you see the shit. You know what I'm saying? And after establishing that, I just want to provide certain viewpoints to help you see the entire spectrum of what's going on. Uh, Herbalist or a healer, activist, yada. Shout out to him, brother who I've been following for a while, who's helped me raise my consciousness as a being. You know what I'm saying? Pushing the plight for enlightenment. Essentially, had a conversation with another brother about whether or not a man should provide 100% of the finances in the household. And here's my perspective. First and foremost, you have the aspect of traditionalism. And traditionalism stems from how we used to do things relative to how we do things now. And when you look at traditionalism, you have to ask yourself, where did we get it from? Is it essential or is it solely indoctrination? Now, when I look at gender roles, I believe that we've created gender roles out of the essence of what our genders were expressing before we created the title. What I mean by that is a woman is usually has nurturing qualities. You see that biologically with breast. They have breasts to feed babies and just the capacity in the feminine essence, which women are more privy to having the feminine essence, is more nurturing. So logically for me, when I see somebody more privy to nurture, I would put them in a position to be nurturing. And if that's baby work, then while the woman is feeding and helping nurture the baby in the household, the man would have to do the providing. So this is how I think the gender role of male provider, woman nurturer, or housewife came about. It wasn't just that we made it up. It made sense biologically, and it was something that we did and practiced because of the sense that it made biologically, not through construct. So with that being said, I am subject to adhere to the tradition of how things are ran in a male-female relationship. However, you have tradition, which I think in this case is viable. I think that the male should be able, at least be able to provide and protect for his family when he creates one. So without that capacity, I don't think that a male generally should look to create a family without those strengths. And for the female's sake, the capacity to nurture. I think that one should be equipped for that before they start a family as a feminine subject or a female subject in the traditional standpoint. So I say that to say I do align with Yada's perspective based on a tradition and biological requisite when we look at the circumstance. However, relativity is also something we have to factor in and put into play. All males are not masculine. All females are not feminine. We've created the terms and associated that with femininity with females and masculinity with men because that's what we see more often. Usually a man is masculine more so than feminine, and usually a female is feminine more so than masculine. So the titles have logic and reason backed by it. However, in today's society, everybody ain't that. You have Respucias to Norbits, masculine women, working class women who want to go get it, who don't want kids like that and don't want to stay at home and don't want to nurture. And then you got men who want to be stay at home dads. Whether or not those things are right or wrong, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I'm just here to point out the nature of how things exist today and how some subjects exist relative to the tradition. Not all men do manly, masculine, hyper masculine activities. Not all women are housewives and want to nurture for the rest of their lives and build a family. That might be the standard, but that's not every single woman or every single man. So I say that to say you have to find out who you are as a being. Forget the title man, woman. Who are you as a subject? And when you're interacting with another subject, how do you guys mix or mesh to create the perfect chemistry and the perfect situation? What role is it that you need to play as your being, meaning it'll satisfy you and it won't hinder you? Because if you're a nurturing woman and you're forced into the provide and protection role because your man is not equipped to do that, then you're going to struggle. You're going to find imbalance in yourself, and as a consequence, it's going to be imbalance in the household. Or if you're a male who wants to provide and is relegated to house male or house husband duties, you're going to feel suppressed, and then the household will suffer. So we want to put you in an optimal position, in a role in which you will thrive, in which you want, in which you strive at, male or female. So that being said, though I do adhere with Yada's traditional based viewpoint in a male's role and a female's role, I will say because of relativity and subjectivity, you got to cater towards your specific situation. So in a general sense, I'll say, yeah, no, I think the male should be the provider and a protector in the house, and the woman should be the nurturer in the house. Generally speaking, as a subject, you are not the general consensus, though. So you got to find out who you are. I've met women who suited and booted, professionalism, grind, achievement based, and they don't really care about starting families. And I've met men who don't really care about success and conquest and the journey of growing their own career, and they want to just start a family. And I think both are okay. Who am I to say something is wrong or right? I would just speak for self and what I would want. I haven't dived into relationships largely because I've understood this about myself as a being and as a male, that as a male, I would want to be equipped to provide and protect before I dive into that realm. I don't want to put my woman into that situation to where she has to provide and protect because I don't even like saying my woman. I want the woman that I'm accompanying to be in her element. And I usually will want the woman that I'm accompanying to have nurturing qualities. So that's just me. That's my subjectivity. However, I'm not the manly man that will say, oh, if she wants to go get a job or get a career, hey, do that. I want to nurture sometimes. I want to hold the baby. I want to put the baby to sleep sometimes. I just want to be equipped with the ability to provide and protect. So my woman, the woman I'm with, I've got to rephrase my own programming, will not be forced to do something that's out of her nature, given she's a nurturer, which is my preference again. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a masculine woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be house dad with a working woman. That's just not my natural essence. But I could see being an 80-20. I provide 80% of finances. And we have to, again, if I segue to the point, providing is not just money. As a masculine force, energy, we're pragmatic, we're logical, we make decisions and conclude things on the surface. We're more surface. Doesn't mean we're better in intelligence, but we're more surface, so we can make pragmatic choices. So the head of the snake, in my opinion, should be the one who makes pragmatic choices a lot of the time. So decisions should be an aspect of providing. You provide intel, you provide knowledge, you provide wisdom, you provide good choices to the household. So that's another aspect of providing that I think a male should be equipped with. As also providing leadership, providing protection. You know what I'm saying? Providing goes many ways. When a woman nurtures, they're providing. So it's not just relegated to finances. So that's just my perspective on that aspect. And just generally, I would say, again, I align with Yada's on a traditional general standpoint. However, you have to look at your human subjectivity and look at your personal circumstance with your spouse and how you guys navigate. If your woman is more masculine than you, which it happens, then maybe she should be out there getting it. And maybe you should be taking care of the house. If you are more tradition based and you're masculine and you want to protect and you get something out of that and you get something out of being goal oriented, then hold down the protection aspect of it while your woman nurtures. You know what I'm saying? In the nurturing realm, you will submit. When the baby's rocking, you're going to submit that to her. But in the realm of career goals and actualizing your journey in this life, which is more masculine tendency in my opinion, then yeah, she'll submit to you. Hey, no, find your love and your passion out there in the world. I got the fort. Feel me? So 12 minutes. I don't want to ramble too long. I think I established my main point. Shout out to Yada again for rising, lifting the consciousness, or playing his part. I think he has, or I know he has products, natural products to help people heal their body and their mind and their energy. And he also gives, to me, insightful, wise information. You know what I'm saying? Tapped into the cosmos, bringing that information we can't see back to the surface. So much love to him. Much love to the other brother as well. I will say, when we say things are hard, they are hard. When we say things are easy, they are easy. At least from the standpoint of ideologically, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard as you make it. You are limitless. You don't come with bounds. So you can achieve these things that we might believe to be hard. The society is crazy right now, and it may appear that you need two incomes. But with your agency, with your willpower, with your force, whoever you are, you can get it done if you apply focus. If you don't want your woman working, then you can apply focus and the mathematics of the schematics to accomplish said goal. Don't ever shortchange yourself by thinking you can't do it or it's too hard. You feel me? So with that being said, vibe high. And I guess the last thing, in American society, most people have that double income now. So the woman is being pushed into the workforce since the 50s. And now so it's more perpetuated. So you see a lot of double incomes, and sometimes you see women making more than a man, providing more financially in the household. And then you see men, cooking more. So I wouldn't say a 50-50 is bad. Depending on who you are, 50-50 might be what y'all need in the house. You might need 70-30. Bernie Mac voice, you might be 60-40. And you might need 100-0. It all depends on what you're working with. With that being said, much love to everybody. Vibe high. Assess you and your partner and then delegate the roles as such. What should be done based on who y'all are. I think the right answer, there's no one right answer. The right answer depends on who you are. Vibe high. Much love. It's your boy Dame. And like I said, some of y'all might say, oh, you been single. You ain't got no girl. You not qualified. That's okay too. Just take the rhetoric and the substance that I applied. See if it holds weight. If it don't, if you dismiss it before you even see it, that's on you too. It's much love, you feel me? I may not qualify for anything. And at the same time, I may qualify for everything. Vibe high, man. Peace.